Think about a buzzing bee or a strumming guitar. What do these things have in common? They make sound. Sound is all around us. It's how we communicate and experience the world. How does sound travel? Imagine throwing a pebble into a pond. What happens? Ripples, right? Sound travels in waves, just like those ripples. But instead of water, sound waves travel through air. They bump into tiny particles in the air, making them vibrate. These vibrations travel to our ears and our brains say, "That's the sound of a bee!" Now imagine you're floating in space wearing a spacesuit. An astronaut next to you shouts your name. Would you hear them? Nope. Space is incredibly quiet. Why? Because space is a vacuum. A vacuum means there's almost nothing there, not even air. Remember how sound needs air to travel? No air, no sound waves. That's why space is completely silent. It's a bit eerie, isn't it? But wait. Even though we can't hear sound in space, scientists at NASA have found a way to make space audible. They do this by using something called sonification. Sonification means turning data into sound. Think of it like translating a book from one language to another, except we're translating data into music and sound effects. NASA uses special instruments to collect data from space. This data tells us about all sorts of things like black holes, stars, and planets. Then, they use computers to turn this data into sounds we can hear. Pretty cool, right? Section 4. Black holes sing, planets whisper. So, what does space sound like? Well, it depends on what you're listening to. Black holes, for example, sound surprisingly melodic. They emit low, rumbling sounds like a giant celestial hum. Pulsars, which are spinning neutron stars, sound like a cosmic heartbeat. And planets? Each planet has its own unique sound based on its atmosphere and magnetic field. Some planets sound like whistling wind, while others sound like crackling static. Remember those black holes humming? Some scientists believe that the entire universe is vibrating with a low, constant hum. This hum is too low for us to hear with our ears, but it's there in the data. This idea of a cosmic hum reminds us of the spiritual sound, Om Ma. In many cultures, OM is considered the sound of creation, the vibration that started the universe. While scientists haven't found direct evidence of OM in space, the idea that the universe has its own sound is pretty amazing, don't you think? Even though space is silent, thanks to science, we can explore the universe with our ears. From the roar of black holes to the whisper of planets, sonification allows us to experience space in a whole new way. So next time you look up at the night sky, remember that even though space may be silent, it's far from empty. It's filled with incredible wonders, just waiting to be heard.